Hello there, and welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel, whichever is you today. So, yeah, saw the title of the video. I saw the warning, folks. I saw the warning in London. I would have done this video a lot sooner, but the irony is that I got ill at the warning show. Not at the warning show, but I probably picked up something because it was packed in. It was, we were packed in like sardines into the Brixton Academy in London, the O2 Brixton Academy, and yeah, definitely picked it up from there. So it's the only negative I have for this show, but I won't hold it against the warning. I won't hold it against the warning that I got. Not this time. I won't hold it against the warning. So yeah, guys, I'm just going to talk a little bit about this. Obviously. I will not be... One thing with me when I go to shows, and I mention this all the time, is that the footage that you're going to see will be from the show throughout the video, but it won't be from me and everything like that, because I, at most, at shows or gigs, take a photo of the stage maybe once. I don't film at all or anything like that, you know, because for me, I just want to enjoy it. I just want to see it there with my, you know, my naked eye and everything like that, and just fully experience it. So the irony is that, you know, while I'm like that, there's other people that film it and everything, and I would not be able to show you this footage without them filming it. But to be fair, my etiquette, I have an etiquette when it comes to shows and stuff like that, which is I have had some bad experience at shows. I'm sure everybody has. Where, you know, people are filming and everything like that, and they're filming like this above the head. So what happens with the next person has to go like this, the next person has to go like this. And for the people behind, especially if you're not tall, luckily I am 6'1", so it's not normally a problem, but even for me it's been a problem at times, is that blocks the view and everything, and it's really frustrating. And I'm okay with people filming shows myself, but here, and I'm very happy to say that the warning and the army, the Warning Army, didn't disappoint in that way. There were people filming, again, you're about to see the footage of it, obviously, but no one was doing all this business. No one was filming like that, and I really appreciate that. I always have a bit of nerves at going to shows, especially a band or an artist that I've never seen before live. I never know what the crowd is going to be like, because honestly, I've been to some shows where I had to go way back from a really good position, position close to the front, because people at the front were like that. Then it's terrible. I hate it. So well done, people at London. So yeah, guys. Wow. It was an awesome day, just to say as well. I hung out with two members of the community, which was awesome. I hung out with and met one of my mods for the first time, which is Daniel, and it was awesome finally meeting him and everything like that. He's an awesome member of my community, and Megalith as well, who works at, I don't think he might be saying this, works at a Cadbury warehouse, a chocolate warehouse, folks, a chocolate factory. I don't know about warehouse factory, but probably be more apt. And he brought us these double-deckers, and I'm a fan of the double-decker. And I'm not sponsored by Cadbury's, by the way. I'm not sponsored by Cadbury's, but I'm a fan of the double-decker. But yeah, lovely lads, and spending the day with them like that. We had a coffee around Brixton, then we went to a pub, just have a pint, just talked about loads of different things, films, games, and all that. And it was wonderful. And then I met Uwe, who was lovely. Huge fan of the warning. And I'm sure he'll pop up in the comment section, so hello to Uwe if you're there. But Uwe was really sweet, and again, huge supporter. You guys may know who I'm talking about, I got a feeling, because he's probably that well known as a fan, you know. But yeah, first thing I noticed with the show is, first off, it was packed, man. I've been to the Brixton Academy before, and I've never been standing. I was actually, if anybody's curious where I was standing on, you know, the lower on the floor, and the last time I went there was to see Dreamcatcher, and I was actually on the balcony that time, sitting down. And I will say, you know, the Brixton Academy is really nice on the outside. Inside, God, it's stunning. I'll show you a photograph now. It's unbelievable. So yeah, it kind of looks like an opera house on the inside in some ways. You know, it's got this really cool look to it, and I thought that the first time I went in there to see Dreamcatcher, but I thought it here as well, and it was really great seeing it from the ground floor this time. But yeah, the first thing I noticed when I got to the queue was, again, how packed it was. We were way back in the queue, but you know, it was fine for that way. We got a pretty good spot considering how far back we were in the queue as well. But what I loved is that, you know, with, you know, you guys have been awesome in the comments, the fans of the Warning and everything, with all the videos I've done for them so far. And there's it really sort of surprised. There was a lot of rock fans there. Obviously there was a lot of older rock fans there, which I was expecting. It was great to see like Pink Floyd t-shirts. It was great to see Led Zeppelin t-shirts and everything like that. And it's just like, God, that's a huge compliment to the band. You know, the people who are fans of legends of rock, you know, are like going to see the Warning because they are that good and everything. You know, it's a huge stamp of approval, I think. And I think I've seen in comments people say in the Warning videos that they are, you know, they're so happy to see rock still living. You know what I mean? Which is great. And again, another huge compliment to the Warning. But the thing that surprised me more than anything else was, I think that's the 5th time I've said this, is the families. There was a lot of families there, for all of, like, full families and stuff, you know, and that was awesome to see. And everybody was having a blast when we were in there as well, and it was great to see just such a mix of different people there. Really, really cool. So we went in and everything like that. Really good spot. Again, I didn't take a photo myself, but we were in a really good spot standing. Sophie Lloyd support. I did not know they had a support. Since I've started this channel, all the shows I've been to, there's never been a support, right? I was shocked they had a support. I did not know they were going to have a support in any way. And it was, you know, saw on the drums it said Sophie Lloyd. Did not know who Sophie Lloyd was. And wow, did I know who Sophie Lloyd was by the end of it. Damn. She started with the Top Gun music to do the intro, which is brilliant, but man, she's an insane guitarist. Absolutely insane guitarist. Great band with her as well. Great vocalist she had as well. I can't remember the vocalist's name, sadly, so if anybody does know, please let me know in the comments. But God, her presence on stage too, and that's something I'm going to say in a moment, by the way. You're probably going to realize her presence on stage and how she was performing. You could tell she just loves performing, and I've said so many times that adds so much to performance when you could tell people have the passion, people love what they do, you know. But she was fantastic. Her songs were great as well. I really need to do some reactions to it, to, you know, hearing her songs in full, hearing the studio versions and everything like that, and if she's got any official lives. But she was fantastic. Perfect choice for a support act as well. And excuse me, incredibly impressive. So yeah, the show started with Warning coming on. Great entrance, great way to build it up, build up the anticipation. And my God, it was fantastic. Obviously, I think you were expecting me to say that. It's one of the most efficient shows I think I've ever been to, where it flew by, and it was about an hour and a half, but there was practically no breaks. You know, there was not really a VCR to break it up things too much. I think if there was a VCR, it was like a minute long, and then they were back on stage. Just absolutely insane efficiency, because I was just like, God, it just keeps it flew by, and massive credit to them for doing that much without a break. But the songs, it was a really good set list. There were some songs that I personally love with a warning, because I don't know, because the thing is, guys, because I don't know what to expect with their set lists live. I knew some songs were gonna pop up, right, and they did, but I didn't know what fully would pop up, you know, and I had some nice surprises, but I was also like, I'd love to hear some other ones and everything like that, but I don't know how often do they do those songs live. They said when they, I don't know if when they started, it was a few songs in that actually might have been quite a few songs in. This was their biggest headlining show outside of Mexico, which was, I didn't realize, again, another thing I didn't realize, but was such an honor and a pleasure to be a part of that crowd for that, you know. But just so great, so great, and God, they kicked ass, man. They kicked ass. Again, a great set list, but I'll say this, and I've said this when I've checked out a few of their live performances. I've talked about, you know, not only how talented they are as musicians, not only how great their songs are, but I've talked many times about their presence. I've talked many times about their performance visually on stage and everything like that, and just in general. And I said this to Daniel, who I was standing with at the show, is that when I've watched the live videos, of course, it's camera cuts. So, like, it'll be on Danny for a moment, then Pau, and then, you know, Ale. And, you know, each time you get an awesome performance from each of them in different ways. But going to see them and having the choice to view, you know, what you want to view. I'll say this, and this is a huge compliment I can give them. I've been to many shows to see many bands, and to see many groups and everything. But when it comes to bands in particular, I'll be totally honest with you. I do check what each musician is doing when I'm at a show, depending on where I am in the crowd. But I normally, it's the lead singer. You normally just, the front man, the front woman, you know, you normally, your eyes go to kind of naturally, I find, at least, that's where I found anyway. And then you may check out to see what the bassist is doing, what the drummer's doing, what the violinist might be doing. Do you know what I mean? And the biggest compliment I can give with the warning is that, yes, I was looking at Danny and Pau, of course, doing the lead singing at times. But my eyes were everywhere with them. I was watching all three pretty much equally because, again, they're not only brilliant when it comes to it from a technical point of view, when it comes to from a musician point of view, they're captivating to watch from a performance point of view, and insane stage presence. So I kind of knew that was going to happen, but I didn't think about it at the time. But that's one of my biggest takeaways from it, is just like, whoever you're watching at any time at that show, if you see them live, if you've been lucky enough to see them live, you get in a lot from visually, as well as, you know, the awesome performance of the awesome songs. yeah, there was a moment as well, which, it was Materio, is that right? They did that song, and the crowd chanted the melody and everything at the end, and the smiles on their faces during that, talking about the ladies, was so good. And I think that's why they said that this is the biggest headlining show outside of Mexico for them. And that was like my moment of the show. That was a lovely moment of the fans just carrying on doing that chant, and their genuine reactions, their genuine reactions. So lovely, so lovely.
For us. It's your biggest headlining show outside of Mexico. So we're very happy to be sharing this with you. We think there were just three sisters from Monterrey, Mexico, for sharing their music, and halfway across the world, you guys are here, and we can fill out this place. We just want that together. It truly is an honor. Muchas gracias.
But yeah, it was an amazing show, guys. It was badass. It was packed in there, man. It was packed in there. I think that it was sold out is a good way to say what it was like, but really great venue, really nice people there. And if you were there, I hope you enjoyed. If you have been to one of the other shows on the tour, I hope you enjoyed. If you've never seen them live and you're thinking about it, obviously, I don't know what it means, but you have my big recommendation for it. Would I see them again? Absolutely, I would see them again. Awesome, and I really wish them more and more success. And of course, in the summer, guys, you saw the intro a second ago. A few people don't know what that is, by the way, so I'll go into a bit more detail on what that is. That is the intro for the Ultimate Ranking series that I will be doing for The Warning. The Warning Ranking, I may call it. Warning Ranking wouldn't be right, because there might be other bands called The Warning. It might be a bit misleading. But basically what that is that I go from the beginning of their discography on a weekly episode show, and go from the beginning to their most recent song by song, weekly, and basically rank those songs into a list of my most favorite to my least favorite. And it's the songs, I will say, a lot of people are going to have problems with this, so I'm going to say this now and get it out of the way, because if you have a problem with this is how I do rankings and everything like that. Sorry, but it's how I do rankings. I will be checking out live performances if they're there, if there's official live performances of the songs, just like I do with The Warning normally. I will check them after the studio version, but I rank the studio versions, and I know people will not like that. I think The Warning, obviously just a minority, but some people have had massive problems. I mentioned this before, I know, and I won't spend too much time on it. Some fans of The Warning have had massive problems with the fact that I check out the studio version and don't go straight to the live. For me, studio versions are important, folks. Studio versions are where the original song is, and studio versions are awesome, just as well as live versions are. I rank the studio versions, so if you have a problem with that, I would not recommend the series to you, to be totally honest with you. But again, I will be checking out the live. If there's an official live of a song, I will be checking it out. But I will be ranking the studio version of the song, just to say that's how my rankings work. So there you go. That's all I'm going to say on that matter now. So any comments, criticizing, and again, I'm cool with constructive criticism, folks. But any comments criticizing how I do that, I'm sorry, I'm just not going to pay attention to during the series and everything like that. So again, you may be curious why I'm spending time on this, but I've had quite a few comments from people having problems with the fact that I check out the studio version. So it's worth pointing out, I would say. It's worth pointing out, but of course there's many people who've just been lovely and just appreciating both the studio version and the live version, which is how I do it as well, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, guys. It will start in the summer, and no date yet on when it will start, but I'm looking forward to it. It was a blast making that intro for that series. Honestly, I was planning that intro for a while in my head, because when I listened to the warning at the gym, I was like thinking, because I knew I was going to do this. I was thinking, what song going to do this series? I mean, what song would be right to, like, you know, do the intros the way I normally do the intros for my ranking series. And then I came across that that amazing live double bill, and I was like, there it is. And it came to me just like that, the intro, where everything was going to go, the timing of it with music. I was like, there it is. So it was fine. It was good to finally execute it and everything like that. So hope you enjoy it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Something a bit different, and you know, a big shout out to the clips that I've shown from the show. Of course, I put the tag somewhere on the screen during those clips for who it came from, and of course those will be in the description as well for where those clips have come from, what YouTubers. So yeah, please see the warning live if you can, and hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, one afternoon, night, whenever you're watching this. Please take care. Oh, and hang on, I need to start doing this. If you have never seen me react to the warning, I've reacted to quite a bit of them at this stage, and you'll find that in the warning reactions playlist, and I will put that there. I need to start doing that. So if you want to check out the warning reactions that I've done so far, you will find it up there. Take care, guys. Much love.